Okay, we're back. So we're gonna hook up this tank exactly the way we took it apart. We're gonna need all the tools and the parts before we start. Our torch, our clamps. I always double up on my clamps. Just the way I was taught. Again, it's added insurance. Make sure you have the right nut driver to go with your clamps. It works way better than a screwdriver. You get more torque out of it. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to go ahead and place the clamps, and when you put these clamps on, you want to stagger them. You don't necessarily have to, but it's just a good way to do it. You get equal pressure around the plastic pipe and the barb fitting. We're going to go ahead and do that. So before we do this, we're going to heat this up a little bit. Don't burn the house down. You want to just show it shining. Just going to help you seal it up a little bit better. Alright, you don't want to overheat it, because if you do, the plastic will come through these little bands. And it's not too good. It won't hurt too bad usually, but I'm going to go ahead. Ouch. A little hot. Be careful not to burn yourself like I did. Alright, so that one's on. We're going to do this other one. Again, stagger them like this. One on each side. Okay, just like so. Give it a little bit extra on each side till it's tight. Now we need to put these clamps on, same exact way. I'm going to put these all the way back here. I don't have enough room here right now. Just like so. Again, heat the plastic up till it's shiny. Don't overdo it. We're just trying to soften the plastic up so it goes over our insert fitting. Alright, just like that. We're good. And we're going to go ahead and place our insert fitting into the plastic. Just like so. Okay. We want this plastic to bottom out on the hex part of the adapter, and simply tighten up. Oops, hold on. Redo, delay game. Alright, so put this one on first. Alright, so we're good there. Tight. We'll tighten this side up, and our tank is connected to the well side of the house. Awesome. And we're done with this part here till we turn it on and check for leaks. This part here till we turn it on and check for leaks. Always check for leaks. I'm gonna move the camera here so you can see this portion here. All right. Next is our well switch. I'm going to go ahead and move our camera so you can see this better. The well switch. Alright, so this is where a lot of people get confused on installing their switch and wiring it up. It's just a switch. So what we want to do is get our incoming power from the well switch here, or breaker. Okay, so you want your power to come into the switch. We got your switch wiring here. You want to get that back in. Put your Romex connector nut on here, or conduit nut, whatever's coming into your particular case. Okay, we'll get that in there if I can get on. It's the hardest part. If I can get it on there. Sometimes you have to just slow down a little bit. So, okay. Here we go. Get that nut on there. Okay, I like to do this, tighten it up. Until we're tight. Now I'm going to take our well side, which comes from the well, your well wiring. All right, I don't have a new adapter here. You really should put a new one on if you have one. Again, they're just the plumbers. We'll explain this to the customer someday, but this will be just fine if I can get it on there. Get your power in there. And your ground. There we go. So now we're in. We've got to just tie it in. I like to do my grounds first. We're in a little tight spot. You can hear this old man grunting because of it. So get your ground wire tied in. Best you can. Okay. Got your ground posts here. Okay, get that in there best you can. Okay, make sure you get that wire in there good. Okay. Sometimes you just got to deal with what you got. That's what we're doing here. Doing with what we got. Okay. We're almost there. Get tight in there. Good. Tighten it down. Okay. So now, incoming from the switch ground to the ground on this side. Pretty straightforward. Alright, now. Okay. Okay. Almost there. The ground right here is the hardest part of this part. Okay, so the question is, how do you tie these wires in? It's a switch. If you look here, we have our neutrals here. Actually, on this part, these equal for a 230 volt. They each have 120 volts on each leg. All right, we call these legs. So in a switch, if we were to tie these together on one of these here, the power just go right through here and it would pop your breaker. So we need to separate that. So what we do is we take one side of the pump, which we find that which wire we're working with the pump here. This is the pump side. We tie it in one side of the switch, this side of the switch. And then we take our other side of the switch, tie it to the other side of this switch here. Okay. All right, just like that. Oops. Again, if you tie these two on this side, you're going to blow your breaker. So you want one side of the pump on one side of the switch, the other lead on the other side of the switch. Now your incoming power is simple. It's the same exact way. So these wires could be different colors here. It could be red, black, yellow, doesn't matter, as long as you they're conductors. So make sure you're pay attention to these two wires coming in from either your power or your pump, as long as they're on one side, one wire's on one side and the other wire's on the other side of the switch. So right here we've got our incoming power. One side's going to go to this switch here on this side. Oh. Okay. And then the other side goes to this side, just like that. And your switch will be completely installed correctly, and you won't have any problems. I can't overemphasize that to pay attention here, because you'll just blow the breaker.